kind of movies like once a year, like those not controversial movies, but like movies that try to push a message, like Freedom Writers, for example. I think they're doing one about the war in Iraq right now.
Right.
So they don't ever get like too much Oscar buzz or anything like that, but they're usually okay movies. You know, they have good intentions.
Yeah.
So good pick, Taylor.
Ray, I ain't gonna beat around the bush with you. You going blind. The doctor saying nothing they can do, so we gotta do it ourselves. Remember how many stairs there were? 4. Good.
Everybody, for my DVD pick this week, I'm going to be doing Ray. It came out a couple years ago. It starred, what's his name? What is his name? Black guy. That's not very descriptive. Jamie Foxx. I think he won Best Actor for this movie, too. It's a very good movie. I think it was even nominated for Best Picture. It's about the life of Ray Charles, the singer and songwriter, and very good movie. Just a fantastic movie. Just great performance by Jamie Foxx. Definitely well deserved for Best Actor for this movie. I heard that he actually not made himself blind, but he put these things over his eyes so he wouldn't be able to see his face. I mean, so he wouldn't be able to see during all these takes. So he was actually blind for this movie. And this movie, he actually sings in it too, which is really and it's just a really cool movie. Very, but it really shows Ray Charles' life, and like he had affairs with other women and stuff during his life. Just a very inspirational movie in some parts. It's very good.
Are those drugs worth losing everything?
And I can hardly speak.
Ray, this isn't some judge in Indiana. Our lawyers will do what they can.
So, my DVD pick of the week, again, is Ray.
I'm trying to do something that nobody ever done in music and business. The innovator of soul, Ray Charles.
Alright, we are now going to talk about 21, which we saw. It was based on a true story, and it's about this kid who, he's not got a lot of money, and he's like this really smart genius kid. He's got some smart friends, and he's trying to make money, and he wants to get into a school of Harvard Medical, and like, one day, this one kid comes up to him, and they have like this secret meeting for blackjack. So because like his teacher in one of his classes noticed him, and he's like really smart and everything, and the teacher knew he would be good at blackjack counting cards. So he joins them after a while, and they go to Vegas every weekend to make money off counting cards, and they learn all these tricks and stuff. So he learns all these tricks and stuff so he can make money to go to Harvard Medical. But then he gets into it too much and gets caught. And he has to try to make a living and try to fix everything. So that is the plot of 21.
The Bad and the Ugly.
And here's the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good for me, I don't know, I liked some of the actors that were in it, like the Jim Sturgis from Across the Universe, and they had that one guy from The Spelling Bee, Aquila and the Bee, as the mean person. And I liked the storyline a lot. It got a little old sometimes. What about you guys?
For me, the good was definitely Jim Sturgis. Like Taylor said, I saw him in Across the Universe last year, and he was just fantastic in that. Great singer, and I think this is his second major role next to Across the Universe. Mm-hmm. And I think it was just a very good follow-up. I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but it'll get him known, you know? I think Exactly. I think he could be a great star, you know? And I think that, I don't know, I just think he's a really good actor, and I think that, one of my bads for me, I'm not going to well, his accent was not very good, like his American accent, because he's really from Britain.
Yeah.
You could definitely
Yeah, there were certain.
moments where you were like, he's not American. But, yeah, so that's the good for me. Oh, and the cinematography, fantastic. The first scene, out of this world, just camera work when he was like riding his bike on the bridge, just amazing. Just wow. Beautiful camera work in the first scene. Matt, why don't you give us your good for
I
21?
thought he was a good actor. He did a good role. Yeah, I guess his accent wasn't that great, but he's better than me. Yeah, I thought he played a good role, and he did good in his part of the movie, and he had some pretty good supporting actors. So that is my good. Now to the bad. Oh yeah, Tim.
The bad for me, it got a little boring at parts. I felt like I was gonna fall asleep in some parts of it, but it picked right back up. Like, whenever you felt a little slow, 5 minutes later, something would be going on that it would pick up your attention again. And I liked the way that they handled everything. Like, the cinematography was really good. So, yeah, that's my bad.
For me, the bad was probably the running time. I mean, the movie is 2 hours and 2 minutes. I mean, that works for like a drama or something like that, but for a movie like this, cut it at an hour and a half. I mean, seriously, it just dragged on, like she said, and it just, if it was an hour and a half, it would have been great, you know? Oh, just, you guys take a look at this shot right here. I was thinking during the movie, it's the shot of him looking out the window into, Vegas. Just beautiful shot. Look at this. Here we go. It's right here.
Oh my god.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's great. They had a lot of, it was pretty, like, they had some great shots of Vegas.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. I think that would be so cool. Like, that could be a teaser poster for the movie. You know, it could be him looking out of the airplane, and then, like, in red letters at the bottom, 21, and then have a little, like, whatever the date is for the movie, you know, March, whatever, you know, next to it. But I think it'd really be cool, you know? Don't you think, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's kind of my directorial mind at work. So now let's get to the average Joe of the show, Matt with his bad.
My bad. Let's see. I thought the movie, it was pretty good storyline and everything, but some parts were just like not that good, and like Taylor said, it was kind of boring at parts, and like it could have been, some of the parts could have been a little better like made instead of like what they were, and it just could have been a little better story. Like, or I know it's based on a true story, but they could have fixed, like, made a couple parts better, added a couple parts, because most movies do that anyway.
Because it's inspired by a true story, not based on a true story, so they can play around with stuff, and I'm sure they did, but just some of the stuff wasn't working for me. Now, Taylor, why don't you tell us your ugly from 21?
The ugly, I would have to say, I'm gonna agree with you with your bad. The running time, I didn't like how, I didn't like how long it went, and I don't know. There's not a lot that's really, really ugly about this movie. Like, I don't know. What about you?
My ugly. I'm trying to think of what I should say for my ugly. I mean, there wasn't too much ugly about the movie. It looked like a really good movie from the trailer, but the release date is not very good, and obviously I can see why it got that. But I don't know what ugly I'm gonna say. Well, this is the ugly that I'm gonna pick is not from the movie. It's from. Wow, that's a cool shot. But anyways, the ugly is not from the movie. I was watching E! Entertainment last week channel, and they were interviewing what's her name? Kate Bosworth and Jim Sturgis, and the entire interview, they talked to her, question after question after question. They didn't even, and he was sitting right there next to her, and they didn't even mention that he was like even in the movie or anything, and he's like the freaking star of the movie, you know. He's just, I think he's very underappreciated as an actor, especially on the E! Entertainment channel. All E! wanted to know was who Kate Bosworth was dating and whatever, you know. Talk about the movie. So that's my ugly. E, shame on you. So, Matt, why don't you tell us you're ugly?